Hey guys, here we are playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. Oh no. My capture card even broke. Oh, this is just great. This is just great. Everything broke. No wonder like I was having like issues, like I was seeing something that was not normal. I'm like, why did I not see footage? Footage is dead. Everything went dead. This is just my life. Again, there we go. Start that. Reboot capture card. Brings us stopping. Have some sort of validation oversight? Wait, she meant my theories were misguided. I'm to say the court will tolerate no more of your wasting time with hereby. Sir! MegaDragonoid! Give him my verdict. Zit, I've been thinking this all wrong all this time. If you weren't misguided, I just been misleaded. Defense attorney Simon Saint. I think that it's a little too soon for that, Your Honor. I won't say it past due, darling. Won't you agree, Ferdy? Is that worth? You may proceed. What? I'd like to remind you of a few things. Handing over the dog. One was the fact that he was at the show. And these other facts can as obvious suspect at first. This again? Make it more durable, please. Again? Yeah, you're almost part of your blunder. What if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Candace, if it did already carefully arranged? What if it was true that the chisel are part of the murder weapon? Hmm? Somebody stabbed us multiple times in the same place with a bladed instrument. What if the statement was the chisel of the real murder weapon had been removed? There's no traces of blood on it for us to find. The real misled us thinking that the chisel is the murder weapon. Or what if the misled it in this way? Why indeed? Think the chisel is the murder weapon, rather other in order to get Candace transferred. He took advantage of the chisel to suggest. What is suggested? Are you talking about, darling? Mr. Winner, if I were to tell you the murder weapon was the chisel, what would you think? Huh? And that Candace is the killer? And there you have it. That's the trap that the warden set us for. Oh, Mr. Kennedy had a bunch of chisels, so you wanted us to think that it was one of his, right? Indeed. That's our plan from the start. Right, Candace. Your reasoning sound to be Warden seems to revert a deeper bit of hatred for Miss Candace. However, I think you know what I'm going to say next. That was proof that the Warden Leclerc isn't the killer. Yeah, that wouldn't be enough. There's only one thing that will prove it. The weapon that we know must exist. The way ends here. You should find the real murder weapon.
Objection!
How many times do we have to over this? We searched the prison from top to bottom. This is quite correct. Not possible where will have been found. I'm afraid you are a bit of in praise.
Objection!
I can still prove my case yet, Your Honor, because it's still here in this prison. This will make sure of that. Security gate? I'm glad you at least remember what it is. And do you remember what it does? Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. The security detects metal. And you can't bring any metal and take it out. Oh! Yeah, you found out, buddy. Sazi, and if they are another murder weapon, it cannot have been taken out of the premise. But nor it can have been through the prison or in the first place. So we have to find ourselves right back where we began. Grateful. And to tell you, Alex Everett, that's you used to believe there's another murder weapon here in the prison. You also have to explain to me how it got here. Alright, we know that the chisel has been smuggled into the prison inside the pocket chest set. And I got action that the chisel is not the real murder weapon. But if the weapon came to the outside facility, then there must be another way to bring it in. Question now is, how can you show me the alternate route? Didn't work. Get in the prison. You have brought evidence from the police to help you in the investigation, is that correct? Why yes, sweetie, everything related to Candace is with me now. I don't know how many times I hauled the security scoundrel officers to talk to me. Of course, that's how! I think that this here shows also how the blade objects could have been brought in the facility as well.
Take that!
Allow me to remind you of the conversation with Mr. Candace yesterday. Yes, it was but one of my bells. One of the two. Only two in existence. Just two? Two and only two. One on my knife and one for my beloved helmet. Susie crafted oddly unique. My ears are my guide after all. I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long been since taken from me. So you see, there's a way for the objects to be brought into the prison unsubmerged as a part of evidence from the police. What? Ow! Candace knife was part of the evidence in the case against him. And that evidence was here in the prison. Not only that, the knife had a certain bell attached to it. The bell was attached to the chisel. Correct, the killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel. That can't be right. The chisel only had Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it. Sorry, I'm gonna call it quits here, guys. I just want to make sure I have enough time. So I wish you all a good day, a good week, and peace, my prayers. Have a nice day. Bye bye.